been some real nice lightning. Kind of lightning that, makes you want to chill. What's up, Carlos? Tally? Thought that this lightning would be... It was just flashing like hell when I set this thing up. That I'm me. So, Amber should be out here in a few, and there's a little bit of it. Oh, I got it. It was in that cloud, probably. There she is. I'm gonna read some shit, Dr. Cycle. And then, see, I've got experience kind of going through a little bit of what Sam's going through. Once you make a video, you open yourself up to all kinds of shit. And, this could have all, like we say all the time, this could have been handled, but it wouldn't have been any fun if it didn't get handled this way. But I gotta say, man, regardless of what happened, and I don't even know if what happened between Tally and Sam was on a live stream that night when y'all were camping. I don't know about all that for sure. There's video. I'm showing it at the sky right now. I'm waiting for the lightning strikes. I was trying to get a good lightning strike on, and then I was gonna go on the porch. But I didn't see it, so they're over there, it looks like. I didn't see that video, Tally, that night of you and Sam where y'all had it out. So I don't if there is video, I don't even know. So I didn't see the video he refers to about pulling his pants down or whatever. So I don't have the reference points. But I have experience in having issues with people who were once allies and and then making a video when I should have just let it go. All that did was escalate things. But I gotta say that I think, Tally's reaction, because I watched Sam's video accusing Tally of stealing his mail or whatever, or sending back his mail. Again, I don't know exactly what happened there, but I watched that. And then I saw Tally's video. And I gotta say, man, Tally showed a lot of... He showed a lot of... Tally showed that he has a lot of... I got a bug in my throat. Tally is showing that he has a lot of oh, I'm having trouble. So, like a lot of the comments on Sam's video are really critical of Sam. And, like Tally kind of gets his piece out, says his thing, but he is also very supportive. It's as if he has a big... I'm having... so, it's like Tally Whacker is the guy who is in the meat of the situation with Sam, and yet he can find a way to be supportive at the same time. And when you see something like that, you say, that person seems to have a lot of... And, yeah, Tally, you got a lot of... So, I just wanted to say that. I wanted to say that. And, no, but for real, if you let me see some of these messages I want to read. The messages, I screenshotted these comments off of Sam's video and Tally's stream. Because, and I'm not saying this to call out the people who sent these messages, because Sam made the video. And Sam, when you make a video, trust me, dude, this is something you're going to get. I got this. And Amber, you can vouch for me, because Amber was there. seeing that I got pretty much the same kind of reception in my comments when I made these videos. So
I can vouch. I'm here.
That's, this is a very, it's a, oh, this is not the right email. Hang on. It's like,
Do you need where
huh?
to, you know where to do it?
Yeah, actually, can I sit in that seat though? Because your mom's window's open and I don't want to put the phone on her window. Okay. Emotional reactions are never good. It's just, it never works out right. It's fine when you're cheering for your football team or whatever to have an emotional outburst. But when something comes up, and it causes problems, and then you have an emotional reaction, usually, even if some people understand and get your emotional reaction will do something to someone who may be very supportive of you in that moment, and they end up saying things that they may not even really agree with, but they are really reacting to your emotional reaction. It's fucking twisted. And I would venture a guess, knowing Sam from interviewing him, from talking to him off the air, and from things he has said flat out in videos, that Sam probably, I guess, started using drugs or alcohol at an early age, and likely, like most people, probably stopped growing emotionally at that age. And if he hasn't gone about trying to do anything about that, i.e. some sort of therapy or whatever, then he's probably kind of stuck in the emotional age of, say, 15 years old or whenever he started using. It's just that's just kind of the way it is. So it's something that you learn, like for me too, man. And that's why I would forever be, like early on when I was 23, 25 years old, I get in an argument with my girlfriend. I couldn't be just like, say my point, be calm about it or whatever. I had to be loud and louder than her, or maybe punch a wall if it got real bad, or throw a fucking TV or something. And that was because I was emotionally, still 17 years old, whatever, whenever 16, 17 years old, whenever I first started smoking weed or whatever. So that's sort of the crux of reacting emotionally when your emotions are stuck in, being like a teenager. Teenagers, that's how we react when we're teenagers, remember? And you only complicate that, Sam, when you make a video, because it's kind of permanent at that. And, you can take the video down, but people see it. People have already watched it. They got it ingrained in their head, and they've made their comments. Some people maybe even already copied the video down for posterity reasons. That I think also is a reason why we say things like, I'm going to go do this or that. We make these big empty threats, like you've seen the news lately. Sam, you can't hint around at mass shootings, man. This ain't the country for making jokes about mass shootings. This is the country where they happen. You can't do that. And you know who does shit like that? You know who says shit like that? Teenagers. Kids who are emotionally immature. And it's not a rub on you, Sam. I'm just saying, we all have these moments of emotional immaturity. The worst thing we can do is make a video at that moment. But, props to Tally, man. Like, that video you made, man, was very much both, your side of the story, a little bit of F you, Sam, for your video, and support. Frankly, dude, Tally showed he loves you there, man. Like I said, it shows a lot of... God. I'll get it out. Tally, you seem to have a lot of... Anyway. So, I'm not going to read the people's names who said these things, because that's not the point. Point is the comments themselves. And I'm not trying to stop them. I'm actually kind of enjoy reading them. It's like, I've kind of been known for the drama. So, so Sam does his video. This is the first video where he's blaming Tally for possibly sending his mail back because Tally said he would do it. Now, here's another thing about Sam. Sam doesn't take sarcasm too well either. And I know this from early interviews with him where I would say something sarcastic, and I didn't know Sam well enough to know he might just hang up the phone. I don't know. You know, he might, because I thought it would be like pulling teeth to even get him on an interview. This was back, okay, so like Sam had gone to jail for sleeping on the beach. And like he only had like 20-some, 30-some views on this video. And I was like, man, why isn't anybody paying attention to this dude? He's living it. He's literally pushing a cart with animals and living on the beach and getting arrested and harassed by cops. This guy needs some support. So at the time I was getting a lot of people watching, so I interviewed him. I crowned him the leader, the new leader of the hobo army, and we did a fundraiser for him to help him get a van because he had spent money on getting his animals out. And you know, he actually was easy to have on the phone. But at first, if I'd said a joke, he would like, "What'd you say?" You know, and I'd have to explain to him that I'm making a joke. I'm not being serious. That I'm just, you know, I'm just being sarcastic. And so I think part of that is, and Sam has admitted he's got a mental illness, but he has to, in his life, look at everything crooked-eyed. Like, you know, is that really what it is? It's hard to trust somebody when you're living out on the road like that, when you're, you know, when you're surviving and having to count on people. You don't know what to believe and what is sarcasm and what is real, which way, you know, somebody's coming or going. So I think it took Sam some time with me anyway to get my sarcasm and understand that I don't mean everything I say literally. I still have that trouble, actually.
Yep.
I say things and I get comments all the time where people are like, "I can't believe you do this, that, or say that." And I'm like, it's sarcasm. My family, my mom left my dad when I was 1, but I got a stepdad who was Italian, like a little Italian comedian. He's like 5'9", quick-witted, sarcastic, funny guy named Alan Franco. He looked like Sylvester Stallone, but without the muscles. And yeah, he's from Philly, and he had a sarcastic attitude. So I grew up around him, and his sarcasm rubbed off on me. Everything in our family had to be funny in some way. We had to make light of it, or otherwise you'd just be crying all the time. So that sometimes doesn't come across in the way I present it. It's almost like I have to have like a sarcasm alarm.
Or a shirt that says it.
Yeah, like, this is sarcasm. Anyway, so I get it, Sam. Sometimes you say things you don't necessarily mean it to be. Like, I think Tally was probably saying that to you, not saying, "I'm going to try to fuck with you, Sam, after helping you all this time. Here I'm going to actually try to fuck with you." I think that he was being sarcastic, and then when your stuff didn't come, I think Sam overlooks or looks into things and looks into them a little bit more, looks for more meaning than's actually there. But that being said, you can't say shit like, "You've seen the news lately, and just wait and see what I'm gonna do. You've seen the news lately," shit like that. Or, you know, the allegedly threatening to go to Joanne's place and do shit. And, you know, you might not mean that, but if you say it, even if you're drunk, if you've sent a message to somebody saying that that's what you're gonna do, or especially if you make a video saying that that's what you're gonna do, it's done, dog. It's down in history. I've been arrested for communicating threats that were vague at best. Like, I never said I was going to do anything, but I was, if there was a charge for insinuating threats, maybe. But shit, man, if you're saying anything remotely close to mass shootings or going to somebody's place and hurting them, it's gonna go way beyond these comments, Sam. It's gonna turn into real legal issues that you don't fucking want. I don't think you want. And I believe that a lot of what's going on with Sam is anxiety driven. He got himself in Idaho. I was making jokes about Idaho the other day. Like, their state motto is, "We hang motherfuckers for smoking weed." That, I mean, jokes, right? But seriously, Idaho, when you're a weed smoker who gets anxious at the idea that you may not have weed, Idaho's a bad place, especially for a guy like Sam who has mental illness. But Sam is creating his own tension. And when Sam gets anxious, Sam has ways that he tries to fight that anxiety. Um, they're not healthy ways. And this YouTube thing has become Sam's buddy. You know, you got to look at him. Maybe a year ago, Sam was just a loner with dogs living in Slab City. Well, now he's a traveler. He's back to doing what he loves to do. He's got attention. He's got, 900 subscribers. He's got attention from a good fan base. And certainly he's taken that for granted some, but I can tell that Sam loves having this YouTube thing because he likes the connection to people. And Sam's not like me. Sam ain't trying to become a superstar. And that's sarcasm. Sarcasm alert. Sarcasm alert. Sam, this is truly Sam's lifeline. And I'd hate to see Sam park it and put it up and just be all up in Sam's head over a couple easily avoidable mistakes. So here are some of the things. He makes the first video. He gets bridge burner off gate. Then threatening to blast private conversations is low, Sam. That girl hasn't received any of your mail yet. And now, the way you're backstabbing Tally, I couldn't blame them if they did decide to mark it return to sender. I wouldn't touch your mail with a 10-foot pole after you threatened Tally. Even after all your madness, Tally still feels sorry for you. Like I said, we're your friends, but you sure are proving you're no friend to anybody. You talk about trust? Yeah, our word is golden. Yours is murky and muddy. You owe Tally an apology, a big one. All that is true. And again, I'm not reading this because it's bad or good. I'm reading this just to get it out because I think, when they're comments, sometimes they just, unless you go and you read the comments, more people don't see them. There's 60 some odd people in here, so you're going to hear these comments. And I wanted Amber here because I wanted Amber to compare some of these comments to the comments I got when I did something similar. And that's pretty much on point. They're not turning on you, Sam. They're just speaking the truth to you. But I think looking at it from Sam's point of view, he could see how this looks like people are turning on him. And believe me, man, in this YouTube world, nothing's permanent. You make a video one day, you get 10 likes and 38 dislikes. The next day, you can make a video and it's 38 likes and 10 dislikes. Maybe not me. Most of mine are... The likes and dislikes, they compete with each other on my videos. But I wanted just to say some of these comments out loud. And I'm not going to read names. Maybe I'll... when necessary, I might read a name. Here's another one. He has ruined every friendship he had. And I think the only friendships Sam has had are the ones where he has actually met people. I believe that him and Tally had a friendship. I still think they do. Friends argue. Friends disagree. Friends make mistakes. I broke my best friend in the world. I broke my best friend in the world's jaw. In 1998 or 9. He was my roommate at the time. We lived together, and I had let my sisters come and stay with us. They came down from Virginia, my 2 younger sisters. They were going through a hard time, and it was crowded. We had a 2-bedroom apartment. I gave up my room and stayed on the couch, and they both got jobs right away. They were trying to get their own place, but my best friend had gotten kind of fed up with it. Both my sisters date black guys. And approximately maybe a month into this, one of my sisters got off her job, called my roommate, my best friend, and asked if he would pick her up. And he said, why don't you call one of your N-word friends to come and get you? She called me at the radio station on the hotline, crying because it was getting dark, and she didn't know where she was. She didn't know Charlotte really well. And told me what he said. And then when I got off the air at midnight, I drove to the bar where he was. We pushed each other. I punched him in the jaw and broke his jaw in 3 places. Now, I also carried him to the hospital, picked him up, put him in I was in the radio station van with the radio station logo plastered all over it. His head's hanging out the window, blood just flying all over the side of the van. pools of blood in the van. I take him to the hospital, 8 hours of surgery, his jaw's wired shut for 8 weeks, and I stayed in the hospital with him for 3 days because he's my best friend, but I'm also the guy who did that to him. And, you know, he's moved, he lives in Wisconsin now, but we still keep in touch. He's a Minnesota Vikings fan, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. So the Eagles beat the Vikings and then won the Super Bowl in Minnesota a couple years ago, and ever since then we haven't really spoke much because he took that pretty hard. So we're on like 1 or 2 times a year right now, but we've been best friends since we were 16 years old, and you go through these things in life with friends. So Sam and Tally are going to be okay, and you can tell because Sam has apologized in videos recently, and Tally, like I said, Tally showed he had a lot of when he made his video. But some of the comments by people who aren't friends with Sam, you might know Sam, you might like Sam, but you're not friends with Sam, you don't know Sam. You know, you see him, well, Sam is an exception because he does do streams that last 8, 9, 10 hours sometimes. And this one yesterday, I got up at 5:30 this morning and he was on, but it seemed like he was sleeping. And then later on when I got done, and around 4, I checked 4:30, and he was still on. So I think Sam might have actually broke a record for the longest stream, but I don't know if he said anything in it. And then he took that video down. You remember how he embarrassed Tommy and Selena? See, and then we start bringing up the stuff that he's done in the past. Again, Sam, I know all about this. These are the type things that came at me when I had this same issue. And I gotta say, man, I get the idea of it being content, but in reality, for somebody like Sam, this goes beyond content. When you're holding 7 straight hour streams and interacting, when you're the only human connection you have is this YouTube thing, it's more than just content for Sam. Shit. Looks like a lot of these did not send to my email. All these screenshots. Why is everything a video? Handle your business like most people, bro. One-on-one, face-to-face, or even a phone conversation. Not on YouTube. You're starting to resemble the same dude you always talking shit about. GJB. That's true. I did bring my drama to YouTube for content, and though it was true real life shit, I meant it for consumption. And the bad thing I did was I didn't work that out with the targets of my aggression or whatever. This was something I did. All parties didn't want to be involved. Let's say it that way. And I was wrong for that. You know, and like I said, once you put it on YouTube, man, it's there. You've done it. Even if you take it down, people have seen it. You hear Pinte Pineo, that's fucking asshole, which I'm assuming they mean you. I did ask Sam if to be more clear on who the asshole was there. That one I will say that was from Brown Jesus. I don't think Brown Jesus minds that I call them out on that one, because who knows who Brown Jesus really is, right? And I'll just go to your page here, Samuel. And look, man, it's easier for me to sit here now and say these things because I've had a run where I went down, and looked like I was only going to keep going. I had to take a hard look at myself and change some things about myself. You got a lot of good comments too, man. Thanks for the unique adventures around the world, Sammy. And some people believe you're really going to leave YouTube. I don't. This person here is somebody you could talk to off of YouTube. I just tuned in. This is only my second video I've watched of yours, so I have no idea what's going on. People sound heartless here. And if you're new here and you think people sound heartless now, stick around. It only gets heartlesser. Although, like I've been trying to say,
I should back out now.
Although, like I've been trying to say, I found out that some people do have a heart. Like, here's a person here saying that you can find them on Twitter. Dad Not Me does not believe you're going anywhere. He'll be back in the morning. He can't stay away. He has no life but YouTube. Give it 2 days tops. Tomorrow's video. I'm not giving in to the trolls. It's show enough. See you in the morning, Sam.
Messes him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and during a bunch of Eddie's videos in the past, we, however you want to phrase it, would get numerous messages like this. You don't have to put it on me, really.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it.
Eddie, this stinks. Like this right now. I'm getting it right now.
Exactly.
This stinks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not doing this for Kevin Richmond, but Kevin Richmond is
like
definitely
it.
letting me know this stinks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you can smell it.
I don't know.
But
Sometimes we do it for smells though, so apparently this one does.
yeah, I
smell it.
usually get my smells later, Kevin. They usually don't come live. I'll get like right now I'm getting 76 smells.
Oh, that's not.
I'll get more smells, later on, Kevin, and I don't promise it to smell good.
Nah, try to, but never can promise.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I really wanted to make this specifically for this situation, without being dramatic. It sucks when I'm not dramatic, without piling on, which is really my whole point.
But I'm sorry I'm interrupting, but I didn't finish what I was saying because I started laughing. I missed some of it because I've been in and out, but I earlier heard Eddie talking about Sam's reaction, possibly thinking, yo, I don't want it on me. But it's okay, I'm just kidding. I heard Eddie talking about Sam's reaction to possibly thinking whatever, like taking these personally and being done. And you can't take these personally. It's the same as trolls. And just... You can't take
Sam
any
will
of his
though.
comments.
He will because some people are spot on. Sam, YouTube is Sam's connection to real people.
Yeah.
We got real people.
You alright?
Of course you're on vacation. You're always. It did not this time. There we are. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Again. Of course you're on vacation. You're always on vacation. Pay always by kind people. You always use. Of course. You will make more videos. You need more suckers, people to keep buying your weed, gas, food, snacks, and if they don't, fuck them all. Those are kind words. Comparatively.
Very kind.
Again,